Hello everybody, I hadn't done a video in a little while, so I thought I'd do one today. Today is my 59th birthday. Um, as most of you know, I've been working on my health, and I read the Bible and study and watch the news and do a lot of research on the goings on in the world. I do believe that we're at a point in time that is biblical. I won't say it's actually end times or anything like that, but I believe much that has been written about in the Bible is actually occurring or reoccurring now. And remember, if you don't learn from your history, you're doomed to repeat it. But what I want to talk about is health, physical and mental and emotional, because they say stress kills. And 99% of the stress that we live with day after day, the next day, we continue that stress. It has had zero effect on us. It's what we give it. We allow our body to stress over something that actually hasn't happened or isn't happening in a way that it affects us in a physical way. We create the physical effect in ourselves. The Bible says numerous times, don't live in fear. Put your trust in God. Have faith. And understand the entire purpose of us being here is to know and understand love. God's love. I post a lot of information that I get banned for on Facebook. Some people think, oh, well, I hate this, I hate that. I don't hate anything. Everything is information. It's just information. How you use it, whether you ignore it or choose to look at it and try to understand how it all connects. Everything good versus evil, or different shades of either. I have people that I know that I care for deeply that are struggling emotionally with their own health and financial situations, and they struggle over things that they don't need to be struggling with. They're creating issues in their mind, and it's causing all kinds of issues that continue because they continue to not realize you're here today by the grace of God. If you're not here tomorrow, it might ease your suffering. You might think it eases your suffering, but then you're creating that suffering around you by those you left behind. And while you're doing those thoughts to yourselves during the day, while you're here, that emanates. Happiness emanates happiness. Sadness emanates sadness. If you start an argument with somebody, they can only stand there and take it for so long. And then they have to argue back or leave. Understand that. How many years, how many days, how many hours, how many minutes are you going to yourself, cause these issues? I'm going to say something that I don't know how many people understand this or get this, but at one time I've been blessed my whole life to be surrounded by great people and caring people. And I've always tried to help how I can help. I've been that way my whole life, even from a little kid. But I also have never taken any shit from anybody. As I got older, I've learned to bite my tongue a little bit better and internalize much more than I externalize. But there's no reason to take anything from anybody. Because everybody's going through their own stuff. You try to understand that. Sometimes somebody's issue with you isn't really even about you. That being said, I've already lost my chain of thought. Just learn to love each other. Learn to love yourself. Learn to be happy with what you have. Use what you have, because nothing is forever. When we pass away, everything that you have now belongs to somebody else. If you're lucky, it goes to people you love. If not, it gets auctioned off or government takes it. The land you've been paying taxes on, how many people paid tax on it before you? None of those people own that land anymore. The Indians didn't own the land originally. Who owned the land originally? Nobody. When somebody says, you've taken this from me, you may have. They took it from somebody else. Everything isn't as it seems when you try your hardest to look at a big picture. And the big picture. What's going on in our government right now? You have to look at it from the big picture. And to me, it's a beautiful thing. Because if you look at biblically, God turned over the tables from the money tax collectors. 10%. Roman Catholic, Roman. Right now our government can't spend money that they have to either create out of thin air and then up the taxes on the people. There's nobody able to say yes, because the Senate is basically, it can't push the dollars. There's a big picture here. Anyways, this is a long video, longer than I wanted to say. Learn to love yourself so that the people around you can love you better. And you can love them too. God bless. Everybody have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.